Zane Clodfelter with OttersTV, here with Evansville reliever Jon Beymer. Jon, welcome to OttersTV. Great to have you with us. The first thing I'll ask is, coming out of the bullpen this year, you've had a lot of success. What are some things that you've done in the off-season to ensure that success so far?
Just pushing myself to the absolute limit every day. As hard as I can go. Some days it's hard, some days it's easier than others. But just whatever I can give myself is what I do in the off-season, every single day, training-wise. So yeah, that's what I do. Arm care to sprinting to lifting, doesn't matter what it is. 110% goes into it.
So in terms of just getting the work in and all the things you mentioned, do you have a certain routine in the off season that you try to stick with, or it's a certain day, it's a certain element that you're trying to do?
Oh yeah, I have a routine. Do you want me to go into my routine?
No, I mean, you can give a little bit of it. You don't have to go all details, but just a skim of it.
So this past off season, I had a job. So whenever I'd get off my job, I'd head over to the high school indoor training facility, all alone, nobody there. Sometimes, I'd have a couple guys with me, but usually just alone. I would just roll out my body, get my arm nice and loose, and just do all bands.
Yeah.
Rolling out the body. Just certain types of exercises.
And how important is that for you in terms of trying to stay healthy then over the course of a grueling, long baseball season?
It's really important. Year to year, you have different parts of your bodies that will give you different aches. Last year was my shoulder. This year is my leg. Who knows what next year will be? In the off season, all you can do is try to look to the future and anticipate those,
right,
and prepare your body for as best as you can.
Right.
So whether it be arm pain or cramps or shin splints like this year, you just got to prepare your best. And if in season, if it's really bothering you, got to do the best you can to make an in-season adjustment. To do the best you can for the team, the crowd that comes and watches you.
Right.
So.
We talked with Noah Myers already, and
okay.
Of course there's the Wabash Valley connection. Yeah. That's where you started your collegiate career.
Yeah.
Playing for that program and the powerhouse that they are at that level, what did you learn about yourself as a baseball player?
That's so long ago. What did I learn? In JUCO, I learned that I had a greater potential than what I originally had thought. And I knew that it was going to take work to eventually get all that potential out, and I still think I'm searching for that. But that's what I found out at JUCO, was if I took this seriously, it could actually go somewhere. So.
And then that potential led to then an opportunity to finish your collegiate career at the Division I level at Campbell.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I signed early in the fall of 2019 with Campbell University, and my first 2 years were rough. I was hurt there. But my last year, I guess, you could say I finished strong, and gave me an opportunity to go and play in the draft league.
Right. Which
then I was signed to the Brewers, free agent sign. And then, I didn't spend much time there. But from there, I got the opportunity to be here, play for the Otters. So.
And then coming into the situation, how nice is it knowing the fact that Evansville has been consistent in terms of its winning and consistent in terms of leadership with Andy being the manager for over a decade?
I mean, it's like I come in here and it's like I've been playing baseball here. I've been here for the last 3 years, honestly. It feels like there hasn't been a beat skipped and a blink missed. You come in here, it's no eye wash. Just get your job done, and we'll have a great time. And I really love that about Andy. I love the coaching staff as well. So I really enjoyed that.
We've seen you already in this season pitching in several high leverage situations. You're the one that Max seems to go to with the game on the line, trying to keep the Otters in the lead. So is there anything that you do in terms of preparation to get you in that mindset, or you just take the baseball and roll with it?
One quote that has been sticking with me this year is, whether you think you can or you think you can, you're right. So whether you think you can do something or you think you can't, you're right. So all I'm doing is just telling myself that I can, that I will, and that I just go out there and have fun. So it's all mindset.
Okay.
All the mindset, you just got to tell yourself over and over and over and over and over again.
Right. And sometimes you have to do that.
It's annoying, but
yes.
it works.
As long as you're persistent with it, right?
Yeah.
So as we move forward here, not only for yourself but just your teammates, you've had a lot of success so far. If the playoffs started today, the Otters would be one of the 3 teams in the West Division to make the postseason. How do you keep this momentum going, even though there will be some ebbs and flows, good and bad, over the course of the next month and a half?
I think just staying up in the hard times, staying in the moment. That's how we're just going to be able to go far. If we get stuck in the bad times, we get stuck, thinking about the negative things, it's just going to carry over and over and over into each performance or game, So I think if we just stay in the moment, we flush the bad things, and we hold on to the good things, and we just keep capitalizing, I think we'll end up in a very good spot by the end of the year.
You grew up in Hopkinsville, Kentucky,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
so
sir.
Did you have an opportunity prior to playing here for the Otters with Hopkinsville, not being too far away, to play here at Bosse Field?
No, actually, this year was the first time I ever heard of Evansville Otters.
Really?
So,
okay.
Yeah. I do have an aunt that lives here. She's lived here all her entire life.
And she's the biggest Otters fan, right?
Right, yeah. But no, I mean, they love coming out here to the games as well, and they've been enjoying, since they have family on the team, they've been enjoying coming out here to the games a lot more.
And it has to be nice to have family just a short drive away.
Oh, absolutely. It makes it a lot easier to get in the flow and the groove of things, make you feel like you belong. So I've been very fortunate in having that, absolutely.
Yeah, and then final thing, what is your favorite thing about Bosse Field?
Honestly, I like these pictures here.
Here, show the pictures.
The pictures as you walk. The pictures as you walk, they show the different timestamps of the field being built. I think that's pretty neat.
No, and it is really cool because then you realize that this ballpark was constructed in just a couple of months to get ready.
And it looks the same.
Yeah.
It looks the same. I think that's a really cool thing. It makes me feel like I'm playing, in a pretty historical place. I mean,
yeah.
To think about all the years and all the baseballs pitched and hit in this area, I mean, it's pretty cool.
It is really
think about,
it is.
In my opinion.
No, and I agree. As someone who gives the tours, I have to sell people on it that it's cool. Otherwise, it's not worth getting a tour, right?
Right, absolutely.
He's Jon Beymer. I'm Zane Clodfelter. This has been OttersTV.